North Oak Cliff. This is Davis Street. Davis Street is the main thoroughfare that runs east-west through X Plus. And X Plus is the new arts neighborhood in Oak Cliff, in North Oak Cliff. There's Caesar's Tacos, which is an amazing little taco spot. Open 24 hours. Now this intersection right here is the X intersection. This is from the name X Plus. This is where X Plus gets its name. This intersection right here is where Kings Highway crosses Davis at an odd angle, kind of at an X angle. As you're coming down from Sylvan, right back behind us, you make a left on Kings Highway and it goes straight through this intersection here. This intersection is the X intersection, Kings Highway and Davis. Now, as you come through the X, it dead ends here at the Plus intersection, which is Tyler and 7th. You can see there's the big Oak Cliff sign right here. Now this little area here, we're going to kind of sneak in the back, but right behind here, Jason Roberts from Happy Bullets and a bunch of other people do these little kind of street parties where they set up a stage back here and a bunch of bands play and they have barbecues, and it's really cool. This is right behind what's called the Tyler Davis Art District. Now, we're going to make a left in the alley here. I used to live in that building right up there. When we first opened Trees in 1990, I lived up in that apartment right upstairs there. And when I would explain to my friends how to get to Oak Cliff or whatever, I'd say look for the funny X-looking intersection and then make a left on that, and it dead ends here, and that's where I lived. This right here is called the Tyler Davis Art District. There's a couple little galleries over there, Cube Collectives over there, the Oak Cliff Bicycle Company, which is very important to the biking community in Oak Cliff. That's right there across the street. They have all kinds of really cool bikes, and they have bike events for Oak Cliff. There's a cool little barber shop next to that. A couple doors down from there is Cliff Notes Prolonged Media, and Cliff Notes Prolonged Media is a killer little bookstore. It's an amazing little bookstore, and they have a monthly thing called Poets on X Plus, where they invite all these slam poets in from different cities and different states, and they perform over here at this art gallery called the Mighty Fine Art Gallery. There's little gallery spaces here, and people live in these spaces, and this is where they have the Poets on X Plus thing right here at Mighty Fine, and they set up chairs in there. The guy that owns Mighty Fine Art Gallery is Steve Cruz, who is an art curator and collector, and he is going to help us curate some of the art that we're going to have at the Kessler Theater. This is the Plus intersection right here. We're sitting right in front of it. It's right smack in the middle of the X Plus. I think this is Carlos over here, if I'm correct. Let me see. Carlos is one of the owners of Prolonged Media, the bookstore.
Well, it's a neighborhood bookstore. We primarily focus on literature, classic literature, beat literature, Buddhism. Like I said, it's just for the neighborhood. We're trying to make it like a community place where everybody picks up their reading material. We also have small workshops for the community. We're having, like I said, readings at local galleries.
So all along 7th, there are going to be these murals on the backs of these buildings. Now, Tyler, right over here at Tyler and Davis, there's a lot of really cool stuff too. Basically, X Plus is everything that's within walking distance of this intersection right here, the X Plus intersection. The Rose Garden is a thrift shop that's a non-profit. They raise money for women who've just gotten out of prison. 2 doors down from there is From the Ends of the Earth, which is it's a store that they do importing and free trade importing is what it's called. They can probably explain it to you a little better than I can. Wendy Medling owns that. She's really great. Great little chocolate shop right here. Basically, this is the east side of X Plus. This is more of restaurants and that kind of stuff. When you get to this side of it and this side of Tyler. And then about another probably 200, 300 yards down the street over there is Bishop Arts District. The Bishop Arts District is really kind of, now it's more of like the Bishop Culinary District. It's more restaurants than anything else. It's a really great, amazing place. They have great food and all that. You can see it's down there, but it's really kind of different than what we're doing over in our neighborhood. It seems like kind of like the artists kind of migrated down 7th Street to Tyler and over here by where the Kessler Theater is. So this is 7th Street. This is where the trolley car is going to run, right down the middle of this street right here. Basically from about a quarter of a mile on the other side of the Kessler through X Plus all the way down to Methodist Hospital. And a lot of these buildings here are giving up their walls to do murals to beautify the street. It's also been designated as a bike corridor. There's a huge bicycling community in North Oak Cliff, and this is kind of like the street that runs east-west parallel to the main thoroughfare Davis right there. And a trolley's going to run right down the middle of this street right here. Okay, so now we're coming back up the upside, the other side of the Plus intersection. If you look, I mean, there's all the Tyler Street stuff, the galleries and all that that's kind of developed, and you can look right there. That's the X intersection right there. That's a good shot of it. Basically where those cars are 2 streets down, that's where they're coming, you know, in off of Sylvan. They just come straight through here, where it dead ends right here, and you're right in the middle of the Tyler Davis Art District. A lot of people that were in the Deep Ellum music scene in the late 80s, you know, the people that kind of made Deep Ellum happen or whatever, they all live in Oak Cliff now. They're all married and they have kids, and this is a neighborhood, you can tell by looking at some of these houses, they're beautiful old houses, you know. And the reason why this is different than Deep Ellum is more concrete, it's more industrial buildings or whatever. This is a residential community. You know, this is where people live. It's right here, it's a walking neighborhood, you know, everything is right here.